Why does woman fall in love with man they can't control? That's a deep question. Before we dive in, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share with someone who needs to hear this message. Let's get started. The attraction often comes from psychology and instinct, rather than conscious choice. Here are some reasons why a woman might fall in love with a man she can't control. 1. Strength and independence. The magnetism of the untamable man. When people discuss attraction, they often focus on surface qualities such as appearance, charm, or status. Yet, what truly endures, what leaves the deepest imprint on a woman's heart, is a man's strength and independence. These qualities make him magnetic, almost untamable, and explain why many women are drawn to men they cannot control. Strength and independence, woven together, create a presence that commands respect, nurtures security, and ignites desire. Strength as more than physical power. Strength, in this context, is not limited to physical dominance, though vitality and health play their part. True strength is a blend of emotional resilience, mental clarity, and an unshakable core of values. A strong man remains calm under pressure, handles challenges without collapsing, and shields himself and those he loves from unnecessary chaos. For a woman, witnessing such steadiness is profoundly reassuring. Life is filled with storms, financial struggles, personal losses, family conflicts. A man who can hold his ground in the middle of these storms radiates safety. His strength says without words, "You can lean on me. I will not break." That subtle promise awakens trust, admiration, and love. Independence as self-mastery. Independence complements strength. An independent man is not enslaved by the opinions of others, nor does he mold himself to fit someone's fleeting desires. He has a life, a mission, and passions outside of the relationship. This does not mean he is distant or cold. It means he is complete in himself. Such self-mastery is deeply attractive because it prevents imbalance. When a man is overly compliant or allows himself to be dominated, the relationship loses polarity. A woman may feel she has gained control, but she also loses respect. The untamable man, by contrast, keeps his center. He listens, compromises when necessary, but never abandons his essence to please. Why women respect the untamable. Attraction thrives on respect. When a woman sees that a man cannot be controlled, she feels both challenged and safe. Challenged because his independence forces her to rise and meet him at his level. Safe because his autonomy ensures he is not fragile or needy. This combination awakens admiration and a deeper emotional bond. Moreover, strength and independence feed mystery. If a man cannot be completely tamed, there is always more to discover. His mind, his choices, his inner world remain a source of fascination. This continual sense of discovery keeps passion alive long after the first spark. The balance between strength and care. It is important to note that strength and independence do not mean arrogance or emotional unavailability. A man who walls himself off completely may project control, but he fails to connect. The true untamable man balances firmness with warmth. His independence gives him freedom, but his strength enables him to use that freedom to support, protect, and uplift those he loves. A timeless dynamic. History and literature are filled with examples of women captivated by men who embodied these traits. Leaders, warriors, thinkers, creators. The appeal is timeless because it touches something primal, the need for security, admiration, and inspiration. Women do not fall in love with men they can fully control because control strips away mystery, polarity, and respect. Instead, they fall for men whose strength and independence create a magnetic force, drawing them closer while never fully within grasp. In essence, strength and independence form the backbone of masculine attraction. They make a man untamable, not because he resists love, but because he remains true to himself within it. That authenticity, steadiness, and mystery are what cause a woman to not just admire him, but to fall deeply in love. 2. Mystery and challenge. The allure of the untamable. Attraction is not born from predictability. It flourishes in tension, in discovery, in the thrilling sense that something, or someone, cannot be fully captured. Among the many qualities that make a man irresistible, mystery and challenge stand at the forefront. These traits explain why so many women are drawn to men they cannot control. Mystery fuels curiosity, while challenge keeps desire alive. Together, they create a magnetic dynamic that transforms ordinary attraction into something unforgettable. The power of mystery. Mystery is not about deception or games. It is about depth. A man who carries mystery is not entirely revealed at once. His thoughts, experiences, and inner world unfold gradually, like the chapters of a book worth savoring. Each conversation hints at more beneath the surface. Each action reveals glimpses of values, strengths, and struggles that invite exploration. This sense of incompleteness is intoxicating. When a man cannot be fully understood or predicted, he sparks curiosity. Curiosity is the lifeblood of attraction because it draws a woman back for more conversations, more time together, more chances to uncover what lies beneath his calm or confident exterior. Without mystery, relationships grow stale. With it, they remain alive with anticipation. Challenge as a flame for desire. Alongside mystery comes challenge. A man who is easily swayed, who gives in to every demand, or who constantly seeks approval does not inspire lasting admiration. He may seem comfortable at first, but over time, comfort without challenge becomes dull. A challenging man, however, invites growth. His independence and self-respect set a standard that a woman must rise to meet. He does not give his affection cheaply, nor does he bend to every whim. Instead, his attention, love, and trust are earned through genuine connection and mutual respect. This creates a powerful dynamic. What is valuable is never taken for granted. Challenge also awakens passion. Just as victory is sweeter when the battle requires effort, love feels more profound when it must be pursued. A man who challenges a woman, intellectually, emotionally, and even spiritually, creates an environment where desire never rests. The dance between mystery and challenge. Mystery without challenge may feel like a puzzle with no reward. Challenge without mystery can feel harsh or exhausting, but together they form a balance that keeps attraction alive. Mystery makes a man fascinating. There is always something left to learn, something hidden to uncover. Challenge ensures that this mystery is not handed over easily. A woman must invest, discover, and earn his deeper layers. The result is an ongoing journey of discovery where the relationship feels dynamic and alive. The psychological pull. On a deeper level, mystery and challenge awaken primal instincts. Curiosity pushes the mind forward. Just as humans once explored unknown lands, people today are drawn to the unknown in others. Challenge, meanwhile, stimulates desire because the mind values what is not easily obtained. Together, these qualities create a sense of pursuit that mirrors the chase of life itself. When a woman cannot fully control a man, she feels both intrigued and engaged. She wants to discover more, to win his respect, to unlock pieces of him he does not share with just anyone. This pursuit deepens her investment and bonds her more strongly than if everything had been handed to her at once. The eternal flame. Mystery and challenge ensure that attraction does not fade with time. They transform love into a journey rather than a destination. A man who embodies these qualities does not merely catch attention, he holds it. He inspires admiration, fuels passion, and creates a sense of wonder that endures. In short, mystery and challenge make love thrilling and enduring. They prevent control, maintain polarity, and transform attraction into something deeper, a continual pursuit, an eternal flame. 3. Security and leadership, the pillars of lasting attraction. In every era and culture, one theme remains constant in relationships. Women are deeply drawn to men who provide a sense of security and leadership. This does not mean dominance or rigid control. Rather, it reflects a man's ability to stand firm, make wise decisions, and create stability amidst life's uncertainty. These qualities explain why a woman often falls in love with a man she cannot control, because such a man embodies strength that is not easily swayed, and leadership that inspires trust. Security, the foundation of love. Security goes beyond material wealth or physical protection. While those elements matter, true security comes from emotional and psychological steadiness. A secure man is not easily rattled by external chaos. He holds his ground when things fall apart. For a woman, this quality is magnetic. Life presents storms, financial stress, family conflicts, unexpected loss. In those moments, a man's composure becomes a source of comfort. His presence whispers, "I've got this. We will find a way through." That calmness not only reassures but also allows love to deepen, because she feels safe enough to open her heart fully. Security also means reliability. A man whose words align with his actions creates trust. When promises are kept and values are lived consistently, a woman can rest in the relationship without fear of betrayal or instability. The untamable man, precisely because he cannot be controlled, becomes secure. His compass is internal, guided by principle, not by external manipulation. Leadership, the natural guide. Leadership in love is not about ordering someone around. It is about direction. A true leader in a relationship inspires, rather than coerces. He sees the bigger picture, navigates challenges with clarity, and creates an environment where both partners thrive. A woman respects and admires a man who knows where he is going. Vision and decisiveness are powerful attractors because they suggest he can handle the journey of life with courage. In this sense, leadership is not just about making decisions, but about carrying responsibility with confidence. Leadership also creates polarity. When a man takes initiative, whether planning, protecting, or guiding, it allows a woman to relax into her natural rhythm without having to carry the full burden of direction herself. She may be strong and independent, yet she still finds profound relief in knowing she is not alone in steering the ship. The interplay of security and leadership security without leadership can feel stagnant, safe but uninspiring. Leadership without security can feel reckless, bold but unstable. But together these qualities form the heart of the untamable man. Such a man cannot be controlled because his foundation is inner strength and clarity of purpose. He does not need constant validation, nor does he bend to pressure or manipulation. Yet, paradoxically, his resistance to control makes him a better partner. His leadership inspires confidence, and his security provides peace. This dual force explains why women often admire and fall in love with such men. They embody both safety and direction. Why control weakens attraction. A man who allows himself to be controlled loses both security and leadership. If he is easily swayed, his sense of direction falters. If he gives in to every demand, his stability crumbles. The result is a loss of respect, and without respect, attraction dies. In contrast, when a man maintains his independence and cannot be easily controlled, he radiates authority and strength. A woman may test him, consciously or unconsciously, but if he holds firm while remaining loving, she admires him all the more. His inability to be dominated becomes proof of his leadership and security. The deeper psychology. On an evolutionary level, security and leadership signaled survival. A man who could protect, provide, and guide increased the chances of thriving in harsh environments. Though modern life has changed, the psychological imprint remains. Women are drawn to men who embody these traits because they awaken a sense of trust in life's journey. The eternal attraction. In the end, security and leadership make a man untamable, not because he resists love, but because he refuses to abandon himself. His inner compass guides him, and his strength protects both him and those he loves. A woman does not fall in love with him because she can control him. She falls in love because she cannot. His independence and authority make him a rock she can lean on, and a guide she can admire. In essence, security and leadership are the twin pillars of masculine attraction. They inspire respect, fuel desire, and create lasting love. The man who embodies them cannot be controlled, and that is precisely why he captures a woman's heart. 4. Authenticity and respect. The core of the untamable man. Attraction, when stripped of superficial layers, is ultimately about truth and admiration. Women may be drawn to many traits in men: strength, mystery, leadership. But none of these qualities endure without authenticity and respect at the core. These two elements explain why women often fall for men they cannot control. Such men are authentic, refusing to wear masks for approval, and they command respect because they remain true to themselves. Authenticity. Living without masks. Authenticity means living in alignment with one's true self. An authentic man does not bend his identity to fit expectations. He is not desperate to impress, nor does he pretend to be something he is not. Instead, he shows up in the world as he is, imperfect yet genuine, flawed yet real. For a woman, this honesty is refreshing. In a world where many hide behind personas, an authentic man offers a rare sense of grounding. His words carry weight because they are not designed to manipulate. They are rooted in truth. His actions are consistent with his values, creating trust and stability. Authenticity also breeds attraction because it radiates confidence. Pretending to be someone else is a form of insecurity, but living authentically signals self-acceptance. A man who is comfortable with who he is, whether serious, playful, ambitious, or contemplative, invites others to accept him on his own terms. This authenticity makes him untamable. He cannot be controlled because he will not betray himself just to please. Respect. The fuel of desire. Respect is the natural response to authenticity. A woman cannot respect a man who has no center, who bends and breaks under the slightest pressure. But she will deeply respect a man who stands firm in his values, while still treating others with dignity. Respect is not demanded. It is earned. A man earns respect by being consistent, by honoring his word, by maintaining integrity even when it is inconvenient. He earns it by living with purpose and refusing to compromise his core for temporary approval. This respect is essential to love, because without it, attraction fades. A woman may enjoy comfort or attention, but if she cannot admire the man at his core, her heart will not surrender fully. The interplay of authenticity and respect. Authenticity without respect can look careless, a man being true to himself, without consideration for others. Respect without authenticity can look shallow, merely seeking approval or status. But together, authenticity and respect create the essence of the untamable man. Such a man respects himself first, refusing to compromise his truth. He respects others by being honest, present, and consistent. He does not lie to control or flatter to gain affection. Instead, he lets people choose him for who he really is. This combination makes him profoundly attractive because it signals strength of character. Why women fall for the authentic man. Control and authenticity cannot coexist. If a woman can completely control a man, it means he has sacrificed his authenticity to please her. At first, this may seem convenient, but over time it breeds disappointment. Respect withers when a man becomes overly compliant, because his willingness to abandon himself makes him less admirable. By contrast, the man who cannot be controlled remains authentic. He will love deeply, but he will not pretend. He will listen, but he will not betray his values. He will compromise when it is fair, but he will not bend simply to avoid conflict. This integrity may frustrate at times, yet it creates the foundation of lasting attraction. A woman admires him because she knows his love is real. It comes from choice, not from weakness. The deeper psychology of respect. At a psychological level, women are drawn to men they respect because respect fuels trust. A respected man is one who can lead, protect, and inspire. He becomes someone she can look up to, not in blind submission, but in genuine admiration. That admiration, coupled with emotional connection, creates deep love, the eternal flame of truth. When all is said and done, authenticity and respect are not just qualities, they are the essence of the untamable spirit. A man who embodies them cannot be controlled because his compass is inward, not external. He is free, and in his freedom, he becomes magnetic. A woman falls in love with such a man not because he fits her mold, but because he refuses to. His authenticity assures her his love is real, and her respect for him ensures that her attraction endures. In short, authenticity and respect form the unshakable foundation of masculine attraction. They make a man untamable, not because he resists love, but because he chooses to remain true. And in that truth, women find not only admiration, but a love that cannot easily fade. 5 biological and psychological roots of attraction to the untamable. Man attraction is never random. Beneath every flutter of the heart and spark of desire lies a complex blend of biology and psychology shaped by evolution, culture, and human nature. One of the deepest dynamics in this process is the tendency for women to be drawn to men they cannot control. Far from being a quirk of preference, this attraction has roots in survival instincts, emotional needs, and the timeless search for strength and security. Evolutionary biology and survival. From an evolutionary standpoint, women's attraction to strong, independent men is tied to survival. In ancient times, survival depended heavily on physical protection, resource acquisition, and leadership in uncertain environments. A man who could not be controlled because he lived by his own strength and principles was more likely to survive and protect those around him. A man who could stand firm, resist external pressures, and lead confidently offered 2 crucial advantages: safety and stability. Safety, because his resilience suggested he could shield his family from threats. Stability, because his independence showed he would not crumble under hardship. These traits made such men highly desirable partners, as they increased the chances of survival for both woman and offspring. Even in modern societies where survival does not depend on physical dominance, the biological imprint remains. Women are still drawn to cues of independence, strength, and leadership, not consciously for survival, but because those traits signal capability, resilience, and reliability. The role of mystery in biology. Biology also explains the appeal of mystery. From a reproductive standpoint, women evolved to be selective in choosing partners, ensuring the best possible genes and support. A man who is mysterious signals depth and hidden qualities worth exploring. The unknown becomes attractive because it may conceal traits of high value, strength, intelligence, creativity, or resilience. Thus, a man who is untamable, who cannot be fully understood or controlled, activates curiosity at a primal level. The mystery challenges her to discover more, fueling attraction over time. Psychological roots. The need for polarity. Psychologically, relationships thrive on polarity, the interplay of masculine and feminine energy. The masculine pole is defined by direction, independence, and resilience. The feminine is defined by flow, emotion, and receptivity. When a man is untamable, he embodies strong masculine energy, which heightens polarity and strengthens attraction. If a man becomes too compliant or controlled, polarity diminishes. The relationship may feel safe but quickly becomes stagnant because respect and admiration decline. On the other hand, when a man maintains independence, he keeps the polarity alive. His firmness allows the woman to relax into her own energy, creating harmony and passion, psychological need for challenge and growth. At a psychological level, humans are wired to value what they earn more than what they are simply given. A man who is a challenge, who does not hand over his attention, respect, or commitment cheaply, creates a deeper sense of value. A woman who wins his affection feels validated because she has earned the love of someone strong and independent. This dynamic fosters growth. A man who cannot be controlled challenges a woman to rise higher, to match his strength, and to evolve alongside him. The relationship becomes more than comfort. It becomes a path of mutual development. The security of the untamable. Paradoxically, a man's inability to be controlled creates greater psychological security. If he cannot be swayed by manipulation or external forces, he is reliable. His authenticity means his love is real, not born of weakness or compliance. This reliability builds deep trust, which is the cornerstone of emotional intimacy. Conclusion. Nature's design. In the end, the attraction to untamable men is not accidental. It is rooted in biology, where independence and resilience once meant survival, and psychology, where mystery, polarity, and challenge fuel desire. Women do not fall in love with men they can control because control strips away mystery, diminishes respect, and weakens security. Instead, they fall for men who remain authentic and independent, men whose strength signals both safety and growth. The biological and psychological roots of attraction prove that the untamable man is not just a romantic figure but a timeless archetype, a man who cannot be controlled, and therefore, a man who inspires love. Thanks for watching till the end. Please make sure that you subscribe this channel not to miss the next Stoic episodes.